Welcome to the Coleman County Basketball Tournament 2014. The boys division semifinal matches tonight, and we have got an official visit from a 5-star recruit in play-by-play. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. It's Whit Rice who's joining us here tonight. Whit, man, looking forward to it.
I appreciate that, Coach. Enjoy working with you. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes tonight.
Got a semifinal match here between the Holly Pond Broncos, the #1 seed, #3 in the state, the Hanceville Bulldogs, #4, both in 3A. And I'm going to turn it over to Whit for the starting lineup.
Yeah, I got a good game here in top 5 in 3A. We'll run through your starters here. Actually, we'll pause just a second for the national anthem.
You know, Whit, we talked last night about the best high school basketball tournament in the state of Alabama right here at the Coleman County Tournament. Young lady, beautiful voice. You get her pin drop. Just a great venue here at Wallace State for high school basketball.
That's exactly right. You can't beat it. Can't beat it. It amazes me of the talent that you see from each school and the courage that they have to come down here and sing in front of a big crowd. Like
Absolutely.
Something I couldn't do.
Right.
Not at all. Let's meet the starters. We'll start off with Hanceville since they are the visiting team tonight. 10th grader, number 00, Xavier Malcolm. Another junior, number 1, Bronte Harris. Another junior, number 3, Dante Reese. A senior, number 4, Keith Twitty. And another senior, number 23, Chris Smith. The Bulldogs are coached by Wakefield. Again, that's Malcolm, Harris, Reese, Twitty, and Smith starting tonight for Hanceville. For Holly Pond, they're the home team wearing the white jerseys. A junior, number 0, Cody Jones. A senior, number 10, Colby Adams. An 11th grader, number 14, Nathan Duke. A senior, number 23, Gunter Morris. And a junior, number 30, Austin Smith. Again, Jones, Adams, Duke, Morris, and Smith for Holly Pond, and the Broncos are coached by Mitch Morris.
I think we got a great one tonight, Whit. You know, Holly Pond went to the finals last year of the 3A. Played tremendous, lost a little of their inside game, but tremendous guard play. Hanceville 19-5, right behind Holly Pond in 3A. Have you ever seen Bronte Harris play?
I've seen him a game or two.
Well, you're fixing to say some 40-footers, and when you see it, you're going to say, wait a minute, what? And then when they go through the net, I mean, the guy can shoot from half court.
Shooting from his house here in
tremendous
right?
shooter. And earlier, I think, before Christmas, Holly Pond beat them, what, 87-80?
That's correct.
And
that
this
was Hanceville's last loss.
Probably going to be a great one.
Looking forward to it. Getting ready to tip things off here, Austin Smith and Chris Smith, battle of the Smiths here to tip it up. Possession goes over to Holly Pond. Jones bringing it up. Gets the ball over to Adams. Back to Jones.
Austin Smith, a great inside player for him last year. And, you know, you're going to see a kid here named Gunter Morris, who's a guard that can jump out of the gym, tremendous hops.
Malcolm passes it over to Reese.
Reese is an outstanding wide receiver for the football team. Bronte Harris, a great secondary player and wide receiver.
All-county athlete, I believe.
Absolutely, yes.
He's going to get a loose ball foul. Charge number 0, that's Xavier Malcolm. Oh, wrong team, Coach. That'd be Cody Jones. That's his first.
You know, it takes a while for the kids to get adjusted. The college court, you say it's 10 feet bigger as we get the double dribble. You say it's 10 feet bigger. What's 10 feet? That's no big deal. Well, the 7,000th time you run down it, that 10 feet becomes huge.
Get winded there in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. And it makes a difference. And it takes a while for the high school kids to adjust to it.
Especially when you're pressing like this and running up and down the court.
Right.
Like Hanceville's doing here. Got Adams for 3. Like we're going to have a foul here.
You know, I talked to Coach Adams a lot about his son. I said, man, you never shot like that when you played. Of course, he was a great inside player, but Adams has got great range. You're going to see some fine shooting in this game.
Adams' first of 3 is up and good.
Holly Pond had a tremendous season last year, and they're back on track, I think, for maybe possibly another Final Four appearance.
Adams goes 2 for 3 there. Rebound controlled by Hanceville.
You know, Xavier Malcolm, sophomore point guard. Haven't seen a lot of Xavier. I know there's some outstanding athletes, though, on that Hanceville team.
Yeah, they are. You can tell.
Very important for Hanceville to get off to a good start here against Holly Pond, because Holly Pond's just going to be steady.
It's a great look down low. Great pass by Morris there, I believe. Got it in there to Smith.
I think that there's something that Hanceville has to do is they've got to cut down on the inside play of Smith, because he can take over a game down inside. And, you know, Hanceville, although they're very athletic, they're not real tall. And Smith is outstanding.
Yeah, you're right. Smith's the tallest guy on the floor right now.
He's a great inside player. Holly Pond running a man-to-man press, something you don't see a lot, not really a zone press.
Full court man. A little pick and roll here from Hanceville. Good look, good defense right there by Smith.
You don't see the carrying the ball too often, but every now and then it could get called.
You could see it all the time.
You see it a lot,
you
right?
Really
just don't get called.
Absolutely. Turnover there by Holly Pond. Harris bringing it up. Holly Pond still in their man-to-man. Twitty looking for a open man. Twitty for 3. Miss, controlled up. Malcolm for 3.
And there's a little string music right there by Xavier Malcolm. Big basket for Hanceville, and the steal in the press.
There's momentum going Hanceville's way right now. Got a steal by Harris. Basket by Reese. That's what Hanceville needs.
Yes. Tremendous. Wow. Oh, my gosh. The concentration that it took after the contact still makes the basket. Coach Wakefield probably seeing that foul occurred prior to the shot.
Yeah, you'd
but
hope so.
What a great move right there.
3-point swing just like that.
Both teams pressing. Looks like Holly Pond's going to pick up half court.
Malcolm bringing the ball in, over to Twitty. Looks like he was going to try the 3, passes it over to Harris. Harris looking for room.
You can tell Holly Pond is very conscious of Bronte Harris's outside shooting. They're not going to give him that easy 3. They're going to make him drive to the basket.
They have good reason to. Good hustle play there by Holly Pond. Need to get back to 5-on-4 here. Over to Twitty in the corner. A little long there by Twitty. Good look, though. That's the look you want if you're Hanceville.
You know, the depth perception here at Wallace State, so much different from your high school gym.
Makes a big difference. Got a traveling call there on Holly Pond. 7-5 here. Holly Pond leads by 2, 4 minutes, 45 seconds here in the first period.
Gunnar Morris off to a slow start, but he's a human highlight film. You'll see in a minute he's going to make some great plays with his jumping ability.
Well, you called his number right there, and he responded. Get a jump ball staying with Hanceville. Gunnar looks like a college senior more than a high school senior.
Well, you know,
that beard there, doesn't he?
Yeah, we kind of got the Grizzly Adams look there from Gunnar, but he says it helps his shooting ability, so we'll see.
I gotcha.
Couple of air balls there on the last 2 3 attempts. Like we were saying, this gym at Wallace is wonderful, but the depth perception is so different.
It's a neutralizer, it sure is. Like we got an offensive foul here against Adams.
Great job right there.
Twitty
by number,
taking the charge.
Twitty did a great job. Set it pretty far down inside, but I don't think they have that rule like they do in college.
In the circle?
Yeah, they've got, you can see the circle, which means you can't take a charge, but that's no such thing in high school.
Malcolm over to Smith. Like we got a foul going up.
I think they got a call maybe on the wrist just a little bit. Cody Jones.
It's his second foul in the first 3 minutes there.
And that's big, two early fouls there on Jones. Coach Morris has a good deep bench. Something we noticed in the girls' games, not a lot of bench players, but you see a lot there on Holly Ponds. Oh, beautiful
Great move there. 2 points by Chris Smith. Faked this guy out, went on up with it. Easy basket there for Hanceville.
Good use of the left hand.
Absolutely.
Holly Pond is probably not the shot right there that Coach wanted, but great rebounding right there by Gunnar Morris.
Looks like we got a foul on number 0 for Hanceville. That's Malcolm. That's his second.
Now let me tell you something. That's big. When your point guard's got two fouls.
Great position there by Morris on the rebound. Had him right where you wanted him. Oh, in and out and then in again. Cody Jones for 3.
And as they say, the iron was kind on that, but nice shooter's touch, and he gets the roll.
Actually, they're giving him a 2 there, Coach.
Yeah, I think he had his foot on the line on that one. Still, though, a great shooter's touch.
9-7. Holly Pond leads. 3 minutes left in the first. Harris pulls up. Man in his face off the iron. Rebounded by Adams.
You're going to see a lot of that by Bronte Harris, and he's going to hit some of those.
Turnover there by Holly Pond.
Good job by Smith right there on defense.
Over to Twitty. Twitty to Smith for 3.
Smith's got a good-looking shot. I got a feeling he's hit a few of those.
He's a good-looking athlete.
He is a good-looking athlete.
Built real well. Smith down low. You saw him early at the three-point line. Now he's playing down low. Good crossover move there by Smith. Great drive there. Smith took his man. That's what you want if you're Hanceville.
I'm not sure what the call is. They stopped play.
Stopped to play here. Delay of game warning against Hanceville.
Oh, hit the ball after it went through the basket. Okay, I got it. That's a warning. I think on the second time that could be a technical.
You're right.
I think what Coach Morris might want to do is get the ball inside to Austin Smith. There he is right there.
He's open. Good rebound and a putback by Morris right there. Well, he's where you want to be as a rebounder.
I told you he can jump. The guy's got tremendous leaping ability.
Good size down low.
Yes.
20 for 3 off the front. Rebounded by Reese. Turnover. Jones going to bring up the floor. Toss over to Adams going up. Looks like he's going to be fouled on his way up. Who are they going to give that to? If that's Malcolm, that's his third. It could be Twitty. They're going to give it to Twitty. That'll be his first.
Malcolm went in there to draw a charge, and I think he thought about that he had 2 fouls and kind of gave way a little bit.
Play a little differently in foul trouble, don't you?
Didn't want to pick up that third one.
Adams back at the line.
Adams can really take that ball to the basket. And he knows how to knock the free throws down once he gets to the free throw line. Auburn's basketball players could probably, some of the college kids could learn from that, I think. It's amazing to me how these college kids, as great athletes they are, they can't hit free throws.
Fundamentals are lacking, aren't they?
At times.
Harris down to Smith. Looks like he stepped on the line. Then we turned over to Holly Pond. He had a Smith-on-Smith battle there.
And that's what you teach on baseline defense. Smith took away the baseline and created the turnover when he stepped out of bounds.
Ball comes into Adams, over to Jones.
Perfect place for the double team right there.
Right where you want the trap in the corner. Morris tosses it over to Smith. Smith goes up. No go. Rebounded by Hanceville. Harris bring the ball up on to the floor. Pull up jumper off the iron. Rebounded by Holly Pond. Adams down to Smith. Good take there. Goes up and will draw the foul.
You see what I mean about Smith? He's to be a big man, a center. He's got explosive moves to the basket.
He moves great.
He's going to be a force in this tournament. Whoever beats Holly Pond, if they get beat, they're going to have to stop him inside.
Smith at the line for Holly Pond. Nails the first one, 14-9. Holly Pond leads by 5.
Big number 44, John Phillips, checks in. Looks like he can get a rebound or two.
I think he could free up some space there.
Right.
Adams misses his second. Hanceville bringing it up. Malcolm at the point. Looking for some offense over to Johnson. Johnson, his right. Turnover there. Nice play by Smith. Throws the ball inbounds as he's going out of bounds. Holly Pond on some transition offense now over to Smith for 3. Off the iron. Rebound controlled by Reese for Hanceville. Looks like we got a timeout. Hanceville.
Coach Morris might want Smith down more inside instead of standing on the three-point line.
Absolutely.
He can hit those, though. I mean, he really can.
He's versatile. But you're right, Coach. I think down low is where he needs to be, effective down low. I'm
Billy Coleman with Whit Rice doing the play-by-play. And Whit, you know, both teams kind of feeling each other out, starting to settle in. It appears to me that a little more inside, taking the ball to the basket by Holly Pond, while maybe Hanceville relying a little bit more on the outside shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams looking to get in a little bit of rhythm here. It's kind of been slow.
Hanceville is not subbed either, and I think that may be significant.
That's correct.
Great move to the basket. Just as I say it, what happens?
Just as you say, go down low, Coach. They need to listen to you more. Mark Johnson there with a nice drive in the lane and a pull-up basket.
That may be what that timeout was about. Coach might have said, let's start taking it more to the basket.
Great rebound there by Johnson again. 30 seconds left in the first. Holly Pond up by 3, 14-11. Reese driving. Looks like a turnover here. Holly Pond stepped on the line. Going back to Hanceville. 27 seconds left.
Good defense by Holly Pond, creating a lot of turnovers down here on their end. Playing great defense.
Get in the passing lanes.
Yes. So we've got a couple of subs in for Holly Pond. Hanceville yet to sub here. Well, only 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Malcolm for 3, misses. 15 seconds left in the first. Looks like Holly Pond will hold for 1 shot. Morris bringing it down the floor. 10 seconds left. Over to Adams. Guarded by Harris. Good matchup there. Adams up, misses, rebound. Misses, rebound by Harris. And that'll do it for the first period. 14-11, Holly Pond leads by 3 after the first period.
We'll be back with more of the Cullman County Basketball Tournament after these messages from our great sponsors.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up, there's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad, the Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage.
Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
There's a reason Allstate is recognized as the good hands people. It's about the people. The individual agents that you can trust, not when it's time to pay your premium, but when you need someone to provide good counsel when protecting your auto, home, and life. If you want to talk to a local experienced agent, call Lindsay Summerall at the Summerall Allstate Agency at 217-5447. And don't forget to ask about how you can save 30% on your home and auto today.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Cullman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
back here at the Coleman County Basketball Tournament in the first quarter. We at 14-9. Holly Pond going about like 14-11, I'm sorry. Maybe like everyone expected. These teams had a really close game before Christmas, and yet Hanceville's on, what, a 12-game winning streak, I believe?
They are.
And
exactly right.
A hot team right now, and that's what you want to be at tournament time. You want to be hot, and Hanceville hanging in there with the Broncos.
They are doing really well. 2 top 5 teams in 3A here in Coleman County. It's great to have them here in the semifinals.
You know, we've got great basketball here in Coleman County. Last night, all 4 girls teams had great records,
Absolutely.
very competitive, highly ranked. And Coleman County basketball has always been very, very solid. You know, Wallace State hosts the sub-regionals here, and a lot of Coleman County schools play here. But it's interesting, Holly Pond doesn't. They go to the Jacksonville region.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't. But I think they're glad because Lauderdale County's girls play. They play here. Yeah.
They got a set of triplets that are lethal.
Unbelievable.
Smith drives in for Holly Pond off the iron.
Tremendous move.
Follows his shot with a rebound and gets it to go.
Smith really asserting himself.
What a force down low for Holly Pond. Johnson bring the ball up over to Malcolm.
And as you look at this, Will, you see not a lot of action inside.
That's correct.
You know, a lot of guys standing around on the outside. And that's what I'm talking about.
In the parking lot for Harris, no go. Smith with a strong rebound going up against Smith. It's like a deflection there. Reese follows for 2.
Good job by Smith and Reese on the boards to knock it back down to a 3-point Holly Pond lead.
16-13, 7 minutes left here in the second period. Holly Pond with the ball. Smith guarded by Smith. Down low to Adams. Yes! Up and good. Great look, great shot. Adams ready to shoot there when he caught the pass.
Adams has got that quick release and is able to get the ball off before somebody can come over and really put much pressure on the shot.
Malcolm over to Johnson for Hanceville. Back to Johnson again. Looking for Smith down low. Smith pull up jumper, got it.
Oh, that's sweet. Smith hits about the 8 or 9 foot jump shot, something you don't see a lot in basketball anymore. They're just the mid-range jumper.
Absolutely. Morris for 2 at the top of the key, out. Rebound Harris. Back to Malcolm. Malcolm will bring the ball up for the Bulldogs. 18-15, 6 minutes here in the second period. Good ball game so far, these top 5 teams in 3A.
Just about what you would have expected. Both teams getting after each other.
Malcolm for 3. Off the mark, rebound by Morris. Reese with a steal and score right there.
Reese has got those great hands and was able to make the steal and cut it to a 1-point game.
Morris in good shape there. Just didn't control it on the way down.
It's amazing how high he can. Did you see how high he got up on that rebound?
He got up.
But you know, Dante Reese has great hands. Look at this.
Great drive by Morris, not giving up, following his shot with a rebound. It misses. Hanceville out. Harris down the court in transition. Driving, pull up at the free throw line, got it.
And there's your lead for the Hanceville Bulldogs. Sweet shot by Bronte right there in the lane and takes the 1-point lead. Hanceville's first lead of the game.
First lead of the game, that's exactly right. Adams bringing it up. Looks like we got a foul here, going to be a defensive foul. Be blocking against Harris.
I think Bronte Harris may be moving his feet right there, but good effort on defense.
Great effort, absolutely. Twitty back in for Hanceville.
In the game for Hanceville, number 2, Brandon Flanagan.
Looks like we got Jacob Jones checking in for Holly Pond.
I said a while ago that Hanceville had not subbed. They had subbed once. They had subbed
one with Johnson.
Yeah, they're playing with 6 pretty much. You know, I'm really impressed with Adams at the free throw line.
He's been there a lot in the first half.
He has.
Been effective. Second one goes 20-19. Holly Pond up by 1. 5 minutes left here in the first period.
Hanceville comes in the 4 seed in this tournament, but playing with a lot of confidence right now. The longer they can stay in the game, the better they like their chances.
Chris Smith with the ball down low, covered well by Holly Pond. Smith on Smith. Drive for the reverse layup. Looks like we got a foul on the way up. Looked like all ball, coach. You never want to question the rest. But
well, it was. I think it was, but I think there was a little body contact maybe. Now, I'll tell you something would be big in this game. Of course, that's just Austin Smith's first foul, but the way they took that ball to the basket, if they ever got him in foul trouble, you know, that would be huge. Smith hits the first of 2 to tie the game. We may have a barn burner all the way to the end on this one.
Looks like it. Smith, the senior, gets the second one to fall. 21-20, Hanceville with a 1-point lead. Adams with the ball, bringing it up down the floor. Pitches it over to Jones. Jones back to Adams.
Really impressed with Chris Smith. He's a good all-around basketball player.
He is. Got another carrying call, Coach.
That's 2 in this game.
2 in the first half. Hanceville's going to sub. Christian Sellers is going to check in, replacing Smith, give him a breather. Also going to bring in Matt Burns to replace Harris, just to get their starters a few minutes on the bench.
Maybe a chance for Holly Pond to kind of assert themselves. We'll see what happens. Both teams playing with subs, though.
Flanagan bringing the ball down, pitches it over to Twitty. Twitty over to Sellers. Sellers down low to Johnson with a left-handed hook. No. Rebound, Holly Pond, controlled by Adams. Adams on the fast break. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line off the iron. Follows his shot with a rebound. Over to Morris for 3. Off the mark. Rebound controlled by Holly Pond into Smith, and he got it.
Smith plays good, really well with his back to the basket, hits the short turnaround.
Flanagan with the ball for Hanceville. Looks like we got man-to-man from Holly Pond. Over to Burns. Burns drives in. Looks like a little miscommunication there between Burns and Sellers. Turnover for Hanceville. Harris didn't stay out long for Hanceville. He's back in, along with Holly Pond's point guard Jones, number 0.
Last 4 minutes here, the second quarter could set the tone for the second half. Let's see what happens. It's still nip and tuck all the way.
Drive in by Jones, up a shot, misses. Smith with the rebound and the putback. Timeout, Hanceville. Coach Wakefield doesn't seem too happy with this bunch right now, giving up that rebound and the follow-through.
Well, Coach Wakefield's upset because Smith received that rebound flat-footed. Nobody got off the floor. Nobody put a body on Smith. And I'm going to tell you, if you give Smith the ball around the basket, he's going to convert.
Absolutely.
24-21 with 3:44 to go. Coach Wakefield giving his guys a little pep talk. And but Hanceville's in this game. Hanceville's got a lot of quickness. Right now, if you look out there, they don't have a lot of size. A lot of their size, you know, when Smith goes out, you've got Smith out and is it
Malcolm?
Malcolm. Reese. That's what I'm trying to say. My bad. When those 2 guys are out, those are their 2 inside players. So I think you got a little advantage inside with Holly Pond in this lineup. But this team that Hanceville's got right now is extremely quick and got good shooting.
That can neutralize a lack of size sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah, really impressed with Reese and Smith around the basket.
Flanagan bringing the ball up for the Bulldogs. Going to his right, over to Johnson. Johnson passes it down to Sellers down low. Little mismatch there, looks like, on Sellers and Smith. Back to Harris.
Holly Pond in a man-to-man.
Another carrying call.
Yeah, something you see a lot but never gets called much. So that's 3 palming the palms that we've already had. Now with a 3-point lead and a smaller lineup, see if they go inside to Smith. You got a mismatch down in there, but great steal by Johnson.
Johnson on the fast break, 2-on-1 here. Back to Harris for 3. Good.
And that's what I call downtown Fred Brown right there. You knew it was coming. Bronte Harris ties the game.
24-24, 3 minutes left in the second period. Holly Pond has it. Morris on the drive. Nice spin move, and Johnson doesn't like that shot. He swats it into the corner. Great defense there by Johnson. Good drive by Morris. Good spin move. Good defense by Johnson.
Johnson says, "Not in my house, Michael Hutchins." Great block. But I'll tell you what, Morris will take it right back in there again.
He will.
He has no fear.
And he should. That's right. Adams with the ball for Holly Pond. Over to Jones. Jones back to Jones. Over to Smith. He's going to drive.
My gracious, what a move. Are you kidding me? Tremendous move by Austin Smith. My goodness.
Wow, that's quickness right there.
It was such a good move. The ref didn't really know whether to call travel or not.
It was.
I mean, that's how
whistle.
good the move
That's
was.
exactly what. Didn't know if the ball may have got tipped at some point. But
when your center can do that, that's awesome.
Athleticism at its finest right there.
I say they bring Reese and Smith back in for Hanceville to neutralize the backboards, that's for sure. Holly Pond goes to a press, man-to-man.
2.5 minutes left. We're all tied up at 24. Hanceville with the ball. Harris bringing it down the.
Now Bronte hit his last three. He's looking for probably another one.
Pull-up jumper, great defense there by Jones.
Quick hands.
Jones on the drive. Over to Smith. Oh, nice steal there by Smith. Got a one-on-one here. Smith with a steal and the score. 26-24 Hanceville.
Very impressed with Smith. Quick hands, good body control.
He's a difference maker. Holly Pond with an answer. Adams for three, misses. What a rebound by Morris and a score.
I'd say Morris has no fear in there. Now he's going to get his rebounds. That's his strength. Great leaper.
Get the ball back to Smith. Smith on Smith again, man-to-man.
Oh, what a matchup.
Pull it back out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Man-to-man here, one-to-one. Over to Twitty. Twitty for three. Looks like that ball was tipped on the way up. Rebound by Morris. 1:40 left in the second. Holly Pond with the ball. Jones bringing it down the floor.
Yeah, he did it. He did
Another
it too.
carry.
Yeah, that's four pumps in his half. And when you use that for an advantage, you have to call it. And in that case, it was used for an advantage.
Smith controls it for Hanceville, bringing the ball down the floor. Smith for the Broncos, waiting on him there. Man-to-man, looks like we got a little motion offense from Hanceville. Twitty with the ball. Dribbles to his left, passes it over to Reese. Reese drives in, pitches to Smith. Smith pulled up, thought about a three. Changed his mind, pitched it to Harris. You know he's thinking about a three. Passes it out to Twitty. You got 1 minute left here in the second period. Twitty down low.
I like
to Smith.
Hanceville's patience.
Smith misses, rebounds it, goes up. Looks like he's going to be fouled on the way up. Morris looks like the guilty party. That'll be his first.
Hanceville showing that they can do offensive rebounding as well. Two teams that really hit the glass hard on their own ends, get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Chris Smith stepping to the line for Hanceville, 26-26, 56 seconds left in the second. First one for Smith is up and good. Hanceville's going to substitute. They're going to send in Malcolm and rest Johnson. Johnson had a great first half.
Really did. And they're probably going to get through this half with Malcolm only with 2 fouls, and that's big.
Smith connects on his second.
Smith's got a sweet touch at the line. Ball just seems to go towards the net.
Holly Pond pushes it down the floor. Adams drives in, up, and no.
You know, Holly Pond's had a lot of balls just roll all over the rim. It just hadn't gone in. But great look.
Keith Twitty called for a foul. That's his third, Coach.
So that's Twitty's third?
Twitty's third. Looks like Johnson will get to come back in.
But Johnson's a great sub. I mean, they don't miss a lot when Johnson comes in. Boy, you got Twitty and Malcolm. You got names out there. I was a football coach. Heavenly days. I've tried to stop Twitty's and Malcolm's all my life when I was coaching for him. I'm telling you, some tremendous athletes. You're talking 2 great running backs with the last name Twitty and Malcolm that I've coached against.
They made a correction on that foul. They charged it to Malcolm, which it's still Malcolm's third.
Well, so I put the curse on Malcolm when I said he came in, was probably going to get out with just 2.
Twitty with 2. Lane violation is what we got.
I think they call Morris for stepping across the line.
That was an early call there. If you're guilty, you're guilty.
Holly Pond goes into their pretty much man-to-man defense. Not all 5 of them picking up full court.
45 seconds left. Flanagan with the ball over to Twitty. 28-27, Hanceville with the lead. Passes it to Reese on the inside look. On his way up, he's going to be fouled. Reese will step to the line, shooting 2, try to make this a 3-point ball game before.
You know, when you go straight up and make the block, they usually don't call it, but when you see that arm go over, then they're usually going to call a foul, even if it's not a foul, just that action of the arm going over the other player.
Morris was called for the foul. That's his second. Reese at the line for Hanceville, shooting 2. First one's good.
You know, I don't know what their percentage is, Whit, but Hanceville's been awfully good at the free throw line too. I mean, I haven't seen many misses. I like Reese. Reese is a good wide receiver too. Well, I jinxed them. I'm pretty good at that. You let me start bragging on a foul shooter, and they won't hit one the rest of the game.
Reese's second shot rims out. Got a jump ball on the rebound. Stays with Hanceville. 36 seconds. Hanceville's up by 2, 29-27. Twitty with the ball on the inbound line, looking to throw it in. Throws it deep to Flanagan. Flanagan over to Harris. Harris over to Twitty. Twitty on the drive and the pull-up. Off the mark. Looks like the rebound was out. Last touch by Hanceville. Holly Pond ball with 28 seconds left.
Look for Coach Morris maybe to go for the last shot right here with 27 seconds to go. I haven't seen it yet. Looks like he's going to let him play.
Jones with the ball, clearing some space, pitches it over to Albright. Try to go down low to Smith. Turnover. Harris with the ball. 10 seconds on the clock.
Here it comes. Are you ready?
From beyond NBA, off the mark. Rebound out. Looks like we got a half-court
He's got
shot.
some time.
Off the mark there by Jones.
Good half of basketball.
Good half of basketball at the end of 2. Hanceville leads Holly Pond by 2, 29-27.
And we'll be back with the second half of the Coleman County Basketball Tournament semifinal game between the Holly Pond Broncos and the Hanceville Bulldogs after these messages.
When you remember to get your mammogram, you're not just remembering it for yourself. You're remembering it for everyone around you. It's just one more way you take care of them. So call your doctor. Because it's up to you to make the appointment. It's up to us to get you immediate, accurate, state-of-the-art results right here at home. Coleman Regional Medical Center Women's Diagnostic Center. Taking care of you so you can take care of them.
The academic programs at Wallace State ensure seamless transfer to Alabama's 4-year colleges and universities.
I will be a musician.
Our students are well prepared to excel in whatever profession they choose.
I will be an accountant. I will be a teacher.
A world of opportunities awaits you at Wallace State Hanceville.
I will be a baseball player.
Wallace State, excellent choices, promising futures.
County Basketball Tournament, Holly Pond and Hanceville. And Whit, as we go, I know you've got some scoring totals from the first half.
Yeah, and it shouldn't come to any surprise to you who the leading scorers are. Chris Smith for Hanceville finished the first half with 12. Colby Adams had 14 for Holly Pond. I believe 8 of those are from the charity stripe. Looks like the feed into Smith, up and good. Count the basket. Got a foul. We got several Hanceville players in foul trouble. Who's this one going to be on?
You know, the most overlooked statistic in sports is the assist in basketball. Give Mitch Morris a great, very unselfish and assist, and Smith converts on the three-point play. And this time we go to a zone press, Holly Pond does. Good job by Hanceville to break the press.
Harris with the ball, feeds it over to Twitty. Twitty pulls up at the free throw line, it misses. Reese with the rebound on the putback, it's off the mark. Battling for the rebound, Smith for Holly Pond comes down with it. Passes it over to Morris. Morris on the fast break, pitches it over to Adams behind the back. Layup and good.
great move to the basket by Adams. My goodness.
That's 2 drives of his that have just been phenomenal.
And Holly Pond comes out with a couple of possible three-point plays right off the bat. Coach Morris will say he's got a little fire in his belly over there. Probably did a little paint peeling there in the dressing room. Looks like a little bit of a different team.
It does. They look fired up. And as we say that, turnover for Holly Pond. Hansel controls it. Malcolm for 3.
Nothing but net right there for Mr. Malcolm.
Malcolm measured that one perfectly.
Beautiful.
32-32 here with 7 minutes left in the third. Holly Pond with the ball.
Hansel says we can do threes too.
Cody Jones for 2. Pull-up drive. Beautiful shot.
Totally different. You know, scoring's coming easy right here at the beginning of this game after everybody had to work so hard. Almost over and back on that last play.
Looks like it may be a track meet here in the second half. Harris goes up. Looks like he's going to try to dish it over to Smith. Ball was stripped. Great hustle there by Smith. They're going to call a held ball there, jump ball, and it's going to stay with Hanceville here on the Coliseum floor. 34-32. Holly Pond leads by 2. 6.5 left in the third.
You don't think this is important? Watch that ball get on the floor and all those bodies start flying around after it. Both teams really wanting this game.
That's what a coach loves to see. Looks like Twitty was having trouble getting the ball in. Did he call a timeout? No, he didn't. So we got a 5-second violation.
You know, I thought he did call. I guess he
like
did.
Maybe not. Holly Pond with the basketball. Cody Jones bringing the ball down the floor. Passes over to Morris. Morris with a skip pass. Over to Duke. Duke's got it. Goes up. Misses. Morris with a rebound. Misses. Smith with a rebound and the putback.
Morris and Smith working the backboards like a couple of veterans.
Holly Pond in their press again gets a turnover for Smith.
Going to see a timeout, I'm sure. Yeah, here it is.
I don't know if I'd go over to the bench if I were Hanceville or not right now. Wakefield doesn't look too happy, and he shouldn't. Hanceville's kind of playing sloppy here in the first couple of minutes of the third period.
You know, give Coach Morris some credit. They come out in a full-court zone press, and they got the big Smith kid on the ball.
They do.
And, you know, that's so difficult to make an inbounds pass when you've got a guy like that all over you on the baseline, and it's forced a couple of turnovers.
Absolutely. Very effective for Holly Pond. 30-second timeout taken by Hanceville.
What was the score at the half?
It's 29-27. Hanceville was up.
I mean, 11 points in less than 2 minutes right here by Holly Pond as they just come out and shooting lights out. There's your press again with Smith on the ball, and there's your double team.
Trap him in the corner. Reese with the ball. Stripped by Morris, out of bounds. Last touch by Holly Pond. Hanceville will keep the ball.
When you break that press, you want to try to get rid of the ball before the double team gets there. Good job by Holly Pond. There it is again.
With the throw in. Harris with a
good job to get the ball out of the double team.
Twitty going to bring the ball down under pressure from Holly Pond. Over to Malcolm. Malcolm with the drive and the crossover step. Driving the lane over to Smith. Smith misses. Follows the shot with a rebound. Great hustle by Smith. Hanceville still controls the ball. Smith on Smith. Great drive up for the shot. A little short.
When Smith and Smith get to going after each other, it's just great to watch them. I like to see a one-on-one game.
Smith and Smith. Of course, we're talking about Chris Smith from Hanceville and Austin Smith from Holly Pond. They've been battling all night. It's been a fun matchup to watch. Chris Smith for Hanceville will go to the line, shooting 2 for Hanceville.
Chris Smith has such an explosive move to the basket. And something we didn't see in the first half, a missed free throw by Hanceville. They did a great job shooting in the first half.
Smith with his second. It's up. It misses. Holly Pond controls it. Rebound to Morris. Morris tosses it out to Jones. Jones running his offense back to Morris.
Holly Pond with a chance
Morris
to open it up a little. And there is Smith again. And Morris again.
Gunter Morris for 2. Holly Pond leads by 8.
The biggest lead of the game, I believe.
5.5 left in the third.
Holly Pond just playing like a different team. My goodness, nothing coming easy for Hanceville. Every shot being challenged.
Holly Pond with a rebound. Pass over to Jones.
A little downtown Fred Brown right there for Jones, and I'm telling you, 11-point lead.
Holly Pond's playing the best basketball of the night right
and Hanceville just a little rattled right now. They got to settle down. They're not. They can get back in this game, but they got to settle down. I like what they're doing here. Set their offense. Try to get a good shot.
Twitty with the ball, looking for Smith down low. Passes it over to Reese at the top of the key. He drives in, brings it out over to Harris. Harris for 3. A little long. Smith with a follow on the basket.
Good offensive rebound once again by Smith. And a basket that Hanceville desperately needed.
Holly Pond with the ball. Adams controls it, passes it into Duke. Duke with a hook.
A little sky hook by Duke, and Duke decides he's come alive here.
Turnover,
it's a
Holly
three.
Pond. Adams controls it. It goes up. It's good.
The press really doing a great job.
Holly Pond pushes their lead to 13 points here with 4 minutes left in the third. Another turnover from Hanceville. Jones with it. Now a Hanceville turnover and a steal. Who was the last out by? It's going to be Holly Pond ball, last touch by Hanceville.
And a hockey match has opened up here, back and forth, bodies flying all over the place. Man, Holly Pond has come out here on fire.
47-34, 4 minutes left in the third. Adams with the ball for Holly Pond. Morris with a skip pass to Duke, no go. Passes it over to Jones. Jones no good, up to Smith.
What a great look.
Left hand.
Great look by Jones to Smith.
Zone pressure here from Holly Pond once more. Twitty with the ball, bringing it down the floor.
It is a 15-point lead.
Just like that.
Well, they've only played a little over 4 minutes.
Over 4 minutes. It's hard to believe. Looks like we got a timeout from Hanceville. Hanceville's going to take a 60-second timeout to see if they can't figure out how to break this effective press. Holly Pond's putting them on here in the third period.
22 points by Holly Pond in a little over half of a quarter. That's crazy. That's 170 points in a game at that pace. My goodness. We've just witnessed a tremendous 4 minutes of basketball by Holly Pond.
Holly Pond's got the momentum. Their press has been effective. Hanceville's turned the ball over. What do you say for Coach Wakefield right now to your players to try to get them to control the ball a little better?
I think you got to settle down. I mean, it's harem, scare them, it's turnovers. First off, you got to break the press. If you can't break the press, this game's over.
Holly Pond's
so
really dictating.
You're trying to settle them down a little bit.
They're dictating the momentum, and Hanceville's playing with Holly Pond's momentum right now.
And Big Smith just makes every pass hard on the inbounds.
Malcolm with the ball for Hanceville, gives it up to Smith. Smith with an easy basket, 51-34, Holly Pond. Twitty with the ball, see if he can manage the press. Over to Harris. Harris brings the ball down for Hanceville. Passes it to Twitty. Twitty thought about a three, gave it up to Malcolm. Malcolm on the drive, looking for an open man. Decides he's going to take it to the basket. He's going to go up. And good.
What a move by the little point guard, Malcolm.
Great job by Malcolm. He's a sophomore. Adams with the ball. He can do it if he can do it. Malcolm with a steal. Passes it over to Smith. What we got here? Left-handed layup, no good. Harris with the rebound and the putback, and it's good.
Big basket by Hanceville right there to settle things down. Cuts it down to a 13-point lead.
Adams called for the foul for Holly Pond. I believe that's his second foul.
Holly Pond might have got a little too loose right through there. I saw him going for a couple. I think Coach Morris is upset right now. You're going to have to repaint their dressing room at halftime. Coach Morris obviously peeled paint off the walls because this isn't the same team we saw in the first half.
He said something that got him going. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he's a little bit disgusted there at that last little flurry of action. He didn't like what he was seeing because it looked like the Holly Pond guys were just going for stuff that wasn't there.
Yeah, they were.
And all of a sudden, you got a little run here by Hanceville that needs to be stopped.
51-38, 13-point game, 2:55 left here in the third period. We got a matchup of two top 5 teams in Class 3A. Hanceville ranked number 4, Holly Pond ranked number 3. Bronte Harris will step to the line, shooting 1 for Hanceville.
Bronte Harris with possibly a 3-point play right here. And Hanceville's kind of things have settled down a little bit for them. But I think you're going to continue to see Holly Pond press. And now Holly Pond gets pressed by Hanceville. But they do a good job of breaking it.
A little 1-2-2 press here from Hanceville. Holly Pond breaks it. Duke with the ball in the corner. Back over to Cody Jones. Jones setting up his offense over to Smith. Smith over to Duke. Duke down low to Morris. Goes up for a shot and fouled. Looks like Bronte Harris will be called for his third foul.
You know, how do you defend Mitch Morris? He stands out there and he's a great shooter, but then he goes down inside like he's 6'7", and he can play inside and outside. He's a great offensive threat for Holly Pond.
Morris' first one's good.
He's got one of those two-handed shots. Watch how he holds the ball. It's a little different, but he knows exactly what to do with it.
Second one up and off the mark. Rebound and controlled by Hanceville. Holly Pond in their 1-2-2 press.
And they pressed off the miss.
Off the rebound. That's exactly right.
That's unusual.
Flanagan with the ball. Passes it over to Twitty. Hanceville breaks the press. Twitty had Reese down low. A little bit hard on the bounce pass.
Coach Wakefield probably wishing he'd just go ahead and go to the basket on that. But he was trying. He saw an open player and was trying to be very unselfish.
Had a good look.
They say that teams that press hate to be pressed.
That's
so
right.
Hanceville trying to return the favor, but Holly Pond does a good job of breaking it.
Jones with the ball, passes it across half court to Adams. Adams sees Morris wide open in the lane. Looks like he had it stripped as he was going up. Still be Holly Pond basketball.
I think Morris might have had a little said I might just flush this one.
Yeah, he had a little time. had nobody kind of.
Yeah, it looked like his eyes lit up just a little bit on
some
that.
isolation there.
Yeah.
Jones controls it for Holly Pond. Pitches it over to Adams. Adams back to Jones around to Duke. Duke looking for Morris down low. Got him. Great rejection there by Reese. Duke with the rebound up and score.
Here's the and that sets the press up.
54-39.
My goodness, they are all. Look at
Smith with a steal. Looks like we're going to have an offensive foul. Yep, offensive foul against Smith.
Smith is so aggressive out there. How many points has he got this quarter, Smith? I mean,
several.
A bunch. I believe he's got 10 points just in this quarter.
Got some substitutions here for both teams.
Now that is Smith's third foul.
It is.
That's significant. And that kid played his heart out right there, and you can't help but think Holly Pond's going to drop just a little bit when he goes off the court.
Interesting to see if Morris is effective there guarding the throw-in guys.
Right.
As Smith was. Johnson with the ball down low, goes up with the right hand, misses. Rebound controlled by Holly Pond. Colby Adams with the ball, bringing it down court for Holly Pond.
Coach Morris probably wants to be a little more deliberate here with 1:30 to go. Run a little clock.
15-point lead for Holly Pond, 54-39. Adams with a skip pass.
He did it.
And he traveled.
He took the step prior to putting the ball on the floor.
Jacob Jones there calling for the travel for Holly Pond. Turnover to Hanceville.
Hanceville needs to cut into this 15-point lead here in this last minute 20 if they can. Holly Pond stays in the press.
Johnson throwing the ball into Malcolm. Malcolm over to Reese. Reese brings the ball down the right side, drives in the lane, and gets it to go.
Nice move by Reese, taking it to the basket, giving Holly Pond a little dose of their own medicine by taking it inside.
Foul right there charged to John Phillips.
You know, without Smith inside, it's just not the same under the basket. You don't have that defensive presence.
Reese at the line for Hanceville, shooting one, completes the three-point play there for Hanceville.
And that's big for Holly Pond.
Got a timeout here called by Holly Pond. I think Coach Wakefield thought he may have been on the line. They did grant him a timeout.
Coach Wakefield was right there close to it, I'll say that.
He had a good view of it. He should know.
But good job by Holly Pond calling timeout, getting out of a tough situation. It's a 12-point game, and Holly Pond needs to keep this lead by the end of the third quarter. You got Smith on the bench, and you know they need to run some time off the clock.
Minute 10 left in the third, 54-42. Holly Pond leads Hanceville.
All right, now tell me if I'm wrong. They were 27 at the half.
They were.
But they scored 27 in the third quarter.
27, that's correct. They matched their second half.
It's unbelievable.
Been a different ball club here out in the third period for Holly Pond.
They definitely look like the 1 seed, don't they?
They do. Holly Pond with the ball. Cody Jones controls it, brings it across half court, pitches it to Adams. Adams looking for a man. He's got Jones in the corner.
Hanceville needs to be patient, play good defense, try to get one more offensive play, some points right here for half.
Jones to Jones. Inside to Morris, pitches it to Phillips. Blocked by Reese. Great defense by Hanceville.
Great pass by Morris, but better defense by Reese.
Reese with the ball in the corner. Pulls it out over to Malcolm. Malcolm thought about giving it to Harris. Changed his mind. Pulls it back out.
Hanceville would really love to score right here.
Looks like we're going to have a foul on Gunnar Morris. That'll be his third if that's the case.
No shots on this, but that is the third on Morris. Don't be surprised if Coach takes him out right here.
You got Morris and Smith for Holly Pond, each with 3 fouls.
Going to leave him in. He needs to be careful. Doesn't need to get that fourth. Hanceville needs to convert right here. They can cut this to a 10 or 9 point lead.
Malcolm with the ball over to Johnson. Johnson on the drive with a layup. Good.
Great move by Johnson, and that is what Hanceville needed. They've cut it to 10.
15 seconds, 54-44. Holly Pond up. Gunnar Morris with the ball. Back out to Adams. They're going to hold it for 1 shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Jones with the ball in the corner. He's going to drive in. Stops.
Go ahead and make their move.
Over to Jones. Jones up and good.
Oh, a great clutch shot by Jones.
Cody Jones for 2 at the buzzer. Puts the lead to 12, 56-44. Holly Pond. Great period there by Holly Pond. Commanding 12-point lead here in the third quarter.
Everybody on Holly Pond's team made major contributions in that quarter. And like I said, great adjustments at halftime. I think coaches told them to play harder, and that's exactly what's happening. Into the third quarter here in the semifinal game, first semifinal game of the Coleman County Boys Tournament. We'll be back with more after these messages.
There's a reason Allstate is recognized as the good hands people. It's about the people. The individual agents that you can trust, not when it's time to pay your premium, but when you need someone to provide good counsel when protecting your auto, home, and life. If you want to talk to a local experienced agent, call Lindsay Summerall at the Summerall Allstate Agency at 217-5447. And don't forget to ask about how you can save 30% on your home and auto today.
When you remember to get your mammogram, you're not just remembering it for yourself. You're remembering it for everyone around you. It's just one more way you take care of them. So call your doctor. Because it's up to you to make the appointment. It's up to us to get you immediate, accurate, state-of-the-art results right here at home. Coleman Regional Medical Center Women's Diagnostic Center. Taking care of you so you can take care of them.
Got 8 minutes to go here in this basketball game. Holly Pond scored more points in the third quarter than they did in the first half. It was unbelievable. And all the energy. Now, you've got the Smith kid now with 3 fouls. Gunnar Morris has 3 fouls. But you're going into the fourth quarter. They need to loosen up and do the same things they did in the third.
8 minutes left here in this top 5 matchup in Class 3A. Holly Pond leading by 12, 56-44.
And give Hanceville credit. They survived that unbelievable flurry, and it's a 12-point game.
Still a very manageable game.
It is. So give Hanceville a lot of credit, and let's see what happens. Still got Smith on the bench, but left Morris in. It's probably going to rotate those two, have an inside presence.
Jacob Jones with the pull-up jumper. It's good.
And Jacob Jones right there. Everybody contributing for the Broncos.
Still got the 2-2-1 pressure by Holly Pond. Now they're going to transition, looks like, into a full-court man. Twitty with the ball. Crosses half court with a drive and good. Great look by Twitty there.
Great job by Twitty taking it all the way to the basket.
Jacob Jones again with the ball in the corner for Holly Pond. He's going to drive in the lane with the left hand. Loses dribble, pick it up, passes it over to Jones with the layup, misses. Left-handed hook there. Good drive, just couldn't complete the play. Reese with the ball. He's going to pitch it over to Smith. Smith's going to shoot a 3. Off the front iron, rebounded by Holly Pond.
Good job by Adams blocking out. He's got a lot of rebounds just simply by blocking out. The Holly Pond guys have got great basketball skills, don't they?
They really do.
And the Hanceville guys, a lot of individual talent out here.
Great rebound there by Morris, who's just kind of standing there and the ball fell into his hands. He puts it up. Last touch by Holly Pond. It's going to be Hanceville ball. Holly Pond still in their pressure format. They're going to go full court man. Dante Harris with the ball, pitches over to Twitty. Twitty's going to bring it up for Hanceville.
They changed their zone because Smith on the ball is what made that zone press go, so they went to their man press.
Smith on Morris. Smith with a spin move with the reverse layup. It's no good.
And that's 4.
Morris goes up, but if that's foul on him, it's going to be his 4th.
I tell you, Smith is got so many great moves down inside, and they're doing what we said. They're going to alternate. They're going to alternate those two guys. They're going to bring Hunter Morris out, bring Smith in.
Chris Smith at the line for Hanceville. His first shot goes. Morris is going to lead for Holly Pond. Smith's going to come back in along with Burns for Hanceville.
And you know, this game is not over. 4 fouls on Morris, 3 fouls on Smith. I think it's pretty important right here for Smith to stay out of foul trouble for Holly Pond as Chris Smith converts.
Dante Reese is over at the training table. Looks like he's got some cramps in his calf. We'll see if we can get him back in.
They're going to need him. They're going to need Reese for sure.
Rebound there by Smith. Jones is going to throw it up. He's going to miss. Great rebound there by Duke. Great hustle on the ball. It's going to be last touched by Horton. It's going to be Hanceville basketball.
Great effort right there by Holly Pond. But Hanceville is in this ball game,
a
10-point game.
58-48, 6:19 left in the final period here in this first semifinal game at the Coleman County Tournament. Keith Twitty with the ball. Looking to pass it over to Harris, but well defended by Holly Pond.
Well, Jones is playing so hard this half. I mean, unbelievable, and gets the steal.
Loose ball on the floor. Harris controls it. Smith with the ball. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Holly Pond. Looks like Colby Adams going to be called for the foul.
And there's going to be 1-and-1 too. A chance to score points off it, I believe.
That'll be Colby's 3rd foul. Team 7, so you're correct. It'll be 1-and-1 for Hanceville. Chase Albright checks in for Holly Pond. He replaces Jacob Jones, who had an effective few minutes for Holly Pond. Chris Smith go to the line, shooting 1 plus the bonus for Hanceville.
Chris Smith been very steady the whole game for the Bulldogs.
Gets the first one to go, cuts it to 9-point lead for Holly Pond. 58-49, right under 6 minutes left here in the 4th period. Harris at the line for Hanceville, trying to convert the second of a 1-and-1 try. Off the front iron, controlled by Smith for Holly Pond.
And I think if you're Holly Pond, you want to go inside to Austin Smith and let him do his thing down in there.
Colby Adams with the ball. Passes it over to Albright. Albright down to Horton. Horton looking for a man. Good cut there by Jones.
It's a little too tight on that opening there. Just couldn't quite get the pass in there.
Saw it a little late there. Mark Johnson for 3. It misses off the front iron. Rebound to Holly Pond. Back out to Adams. Adams behind the back.
Oh my gosh! Unbelievable! A little razzle dazzle right here behind the back and scoops it in. Are you kidding me?
Couldn't have drew it up any better than that, Coach. That was gorgeous. Twitty with the ball. He's going to carry it. That'll be carry number 5 for this game. Another turnover by Hanceville with down 11. They can't afford many turnovers with 5 minutes left. Coach Wakefield's going to take a full timeout to talk about that.
Tell you, these 2 little guards, Adams and Jones, they are playing lights out this half. Unbelievable. 11-point lead with 5 minutes to go. We still got a basketball game. Hanceville has settled down and playing much better. And Coach Wakefield's over there. I'm telling you, this is an intense guy. I know Coach Wakefield. He's a great guy, great disciplinarian. I'm telling you, he's got a great handle on his team, and he is really trying to encourage those guys. And that's why this team is not going to quit. They're not going to give up. Coach Wakefield, teams take on the personality of their coaches, and that's exactly what's happening in both these cases. 2 great guys coaching these teams.
And I'll tell you what, Holly Pond needs some credit. They've really neutralized Bronte Harris. I think he may have maybe 5 or 6 points in this whole game. Bronte Harris has really kind of been non-existent in the first 3 periods. Holly Pond's done a great job, and I believe it's been Cody Jones all game on Harris, but they've done a great job neutralizing him.
They really have. That's a great point, Whit. And they've taken away the 3-point shot and made Bronte, maybe take more mid-range jumpers and go into the basket. And he'd really like to sit out there and nail those threes.
Holly Pond with the basketball, up by 11. Cody Jones controls it for Holly Pond. He's going to drive.
Cody Jones has impressed me now, I'm telling you. He has played hard.
Josh Horton with a shot. It misses. Smith with a
what a pass. Are you kidding? Great pass.
A little hard on the bank shot. Rebound out to Smith.
Hanceville's missed a few easy baskets. This will be a lot closer game.
Colby Adams with the ball. Looks like Holly Pond may try to eat some clock here.
I'd throw that ball down inside to Austin Smith, first chance I got.
Josh Horton with the ball for Holly Pond, back over to Jones.
They're definitely running some clock on this weave, you're right. And they're looking for their opportunity. You're going to see one of them driving here in a minute.
Jones with the ball. Looking for Adams. Adams with the pitch.
And they're running some clock. They've run almost a minute off.
And there's your pass inside. Nice steal there by Smith. Smith behind the back dribble. Stop there in the corner by Jones.
Great defensive play by Smith.
Little long for Harris.
Bronte got his look right there, and it looked from here. It looked good,
didn't it?
Yeah.
A little strong. Holly Pond back in their delay package. Cody Jones with the ball here in the corner at midcourt.
They've got all these really good ball handlers, and they can do this.
Horton down low to Smith. Smith drives on Smith. No go, a little hard. Rebound controlled by Holly Pond with a toss in. Horton's got it. Great play by Harris to force a turnover to Twitty. Twitty with the ball, bringing it down the floor. 3 minutes left, 11-point game. Holly Pond up. Twitty directing his offense, gets Harris. Harris a little tie up there, runs into his own guy, passes it back over to Twitty.
They're fixing to bring Morris back in with 4 fouls, which is probably right with 3 minutes to go.
Burns up and good.
Nice move to the basket by Burns.
Matt Burns for 2.
Single digits.
3 minutes left. 9-point lead by Holly Pond, 60-51. Cody Jones with the ball here in the corner. Again, they're running their delay package. Albright goes up, no good. Smith controls the rebound. He puts it up, and it's good. Extends the lead back to double digits. Looks like Holly Pond's going to take a timeout.
And you knew Austin Smith was going to get involved sooner or later, and he pushes it back out to 11. 2:45 to go. I think you're definitely going to see Holly Pond start to slow it down more and more and use the clock in their favor.
2:45 left here in the third. Holly Pond up by 11. Good ball game, Coach.
I tell you what, there's nothing like high school sports.
Yeah.
It's the best. I mean, we love to watch our pro games, and we got our college teams that we pull for, but the purest sport is high school. These kids are playing, they're not playing for money, they're not playing for their future, they're playing for their schools, they're playing for community pride, and it's just pure sport, and I love it.
How'd you feel about the Athletic Association going to 7 classifications this week?
Well, I don't know. I really don't. I think we try to cater a lot to the larger schools. I'll admit there was some schools in 6A, that were doubled and tripled in size by those super schools. But I coached at those schools, and nobody ever had any pity on us. When we had 600 and we played Jeff Davis and they had 2,600, I don't recall getting a whole lot of pity. But there's some teams that really helped.
Fairview moved up to 5A here in our area.
They did.
West Point stayed at 5A.
But 5A is not the 5A
That's
that we're
correct.
used to, because a lot of them moved up to 6A.
Moved up to 6, as Coleman did.
And Coleman's got some tough competition.
They got a rough go
I looked at their region, and my goodness, Bronte Harris going to the line for a couple, but Coleman's really got some challenges. I looked in that. You got Muscle Shoals in Florence. My heavens, that's 2 of the best teams in Alabama.
2 of the best teams in the state.
Yeah.
Sure. Back here at the Coliseum, we've got now a 10-point game here. Holly Pond up 62-52. Bronte Harris at the line for Hanceville. 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. The winner of this game advances to play tomorrow, which is Saturday, against the winner of West Point and Cold Spring, which is coming up next.
And I think you're going to see Holly Pond take some air out of the ball here. Of course, Hanceville's going to try to force them with the press. They better hurry.
Put some pressure on them. They break the press. Down to Horton. Over to Adams. Adams pitches it in down low to Smith with a right hook. It misses. Follows the shot with a rebound. Controlled by Smith for Hanceville. Hanceville over to Harris.
Morris probably lucky he didn't get called for his fifth.
Harris pulls up. It misses off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Jones. Jones over to Adams, the senior with the ball. Got a little screen there by Smith. Up and good.
Great job by Adams. Adams just takes the ball to the basket with so much body control.
He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but he's probably one of the toughest for Holly Pond. Smith with the ball for Hanceville. Over to Reese in the corner. Reese for three. It's off. Johnson tried for the rebound. Misses it. Controlled by Holly Pond.
With less than 2 minutes, Hanceville's going to probably have to foul at this point, if they foul.
Cody Jones with the ball for Holly Pond. Passes it over to Duke.
Holly Pond needs to realize they don't have to shoot the rest of this game unless they want to.
Down low to Smith with a right hook. It misses. Rebound controlled by Chris Smith for Hanceville. It's been a lot of fun watching Chris Smith and Austin Smith battle each other.
It's been a great battle, two great players.
Hanceville Smith with a pitch to Harris. He goes up and looks like he's going to be fouled maybe by Cody Jones. Harris will go to the line to shoot two.
You know, the Hanceville kids maybe haven't subbed quite as much as Holly Pond. They've been running up and down this court, and you can watch a kid bend over and put his hands on his knees a lot of times. But I think they're probably a little bit tired. And when you're tired, the first thing to go is your shot. But they've cut it to 10, and they're going to have to foul. Well, there's just no question about it.
Minute 11 left. 9-point ball game. Holly Pond leads 64-55. Looks like we're going to have a foul on the throw-in. Looks like Harris may have hooked Gunnar Morris here on the throw-in.
And that's only their fourth foul. They're going to have to foul 3 more times to put Holly Pond on the line.
Hanceville again. It looks like the full court man pressure.
Holly Pond realizing they don't have to shoot. All they have to do is to hold on to the basketball, and this game's over. And there's your 5th foul, so they got a couple more.
Mark Johnson's going to be called for his 2nd foul. 5th team foul against Hanceville.
And you look around out there, who do you foul? I mean, all these kids, great shooters. So there's another dilemma that Hanceville's got. And here's going to be your 6th foul. So now they've got them to where they can start shooting free throws.
Eric Flanagan called for the foul. He just entered the game, perhaps for that one reason. That's his first. Albright with the ball for Holly Pond. They're going to throw it in. Controlled by Adams.
Adams wants them to foul him.
He's the one you want at the line if you're Holly Pond. It looks like we got a 5-second dribble violation. Turnover for Holly Pond.
I'm really not sure they were within the legal distance for the 5 count, but 54 seconds to go. It's still a 9-point game, but Hanceville's got a chance. They got a shot.
Get the ball to Smith for Hanceville.
Yeah,
Smith's going to bring it down.
He's fixing to see him go to the basket.
Drives to his left, pulls up. Good defense by Austin Smith. Gets it out to Harris. Nice pick there by Jones. Down low to Harris. He's going to go up, get blocked by Smith. Great defense there by Austin Smith.
Great job making the block without getting fouled.
Holly Pond controls it. They are up 64-55, 30 seconds left here in the ball
That's
game.
what you do. That's what you do. Keep the ball out.
It's kind of like
I tell you, in Hanceville not quitting. I love the Hanceville kids. They just keep on hustling and playing.
Be a foul on Chris Smith. I believe that's his 2nd.
A little too much time, though. You 22 seconds. This one's pretty much over.
9-point game. Holly Pond with the lead. Colby Adams at the line for Holly Pond with a chance to put the game away.
And give the Hanceville kids a ton of credit. They hustled. They got down. It looked like they were going to get blown out in the 3rd quarter.
You're right.
And they really settled down and played good basketball and did a good job.
Adams with his 2nd up and good. 11-point ball game. Holly Pond leads 66-55.
And this second half, the Holly Pond Broncos look like the #1 seed in this tournament. They played tremendous.
Twitty with the ball, pulls up. It doesn't go. Looks like it was deflected on the way up. Austin Smith controls the rebound, passes it over to Adams.
Austin Smith's got like 20 rebounds.
What a ball game by Holly Pond. 5 seconds on the clock. This one's over, Coach. Been a fun one to watch. Been fun to see both teams play hard.
Great game right there, great game. Both teams can play their hearts out. The #1 seed, Holly Pond, comes out with a big win.
Final score here at the Coliseum, Holly Pond 66, Hanceville 55. Holly Pond will play tomorrow, Saturday at 7 o'clock here against the winner of West Point and Cold Springs.
We'll be back with a look at the final scoring in this game and the next game in this Coleman County tournament, West Point and Cold Springs, after these messages.
The academic programs at Wallace State ensure seamless transfer to Alabama's 4-year colleges and universities.
I will be a musician.
Our students are well prepared to excel in whatever profession they choose.
I will be an accountant. I will be a teacher.
A world of opportunities awaits you at Wallace State Hanceville.
I will be a baseball player.
Wallace State, excellent choices, promising futures.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Coleman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up, there's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad, the Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage.
Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
Billy Coleman back at Drake Coliseum here at Wallace State for the Coleman County basketball tournament along with my partner, Whit Rice. Hey, you did a great job on that game.
Appreciate that.
I told you it was a 5-star. No good. Hey, you want to go over the finals of that first game? Great game between Holly Pond Broncos and Hanceville.
Sure, Colby Adams and Austin Smith each had 22 points for Holly Pond. Total of 44 points there, main scoring force for Holly Pond. Chris Smith for Hanceville, he averaged 17. Great ball game. The Smith battle, coach, we talked about. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Fantastic, unbelievable.
Good ball game between these two top 5 teams.
Hey, can I say I'm a little bit embarrassed, and I don't know if Michael Hutchins, the other people on that, they don't have all this food and stuff. We look like a 7-Eleven store. Can you get a shot of this?
All we need is a
We got
slushie.
the Nutter Butters here, or maybe you'd like the Benzel's pretzels. You can have that. Or how about some skins right there? We got the crackers.
But you balance it out with
yeah,
the diet
y'all
drink.
go ahead, guys. That's for y'all. We've got plenty of drinks, an assortment of drinks. I'm embarrassed.
Taking care of us.
But I'm telling you something, that's Michael Hutchins for you.
That's
All
right.
right, so
That's
right
right.
here, you're on 7-Eleven, right here in Drake Coliseum.